All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am so excited. I'm about to do some amazing stuff tonight. Okay, so I'm getting ready to buy my second property. Me and my wife, we just became digital real estate agent. We just became digital real estate agent, and we buy tokenized property. Tokenized property is a I think it's $73 trillion by 2030. Man, this is amazing, y'all. Y'all definitely need to get involved with this. So just gonna go over some stuff real quick. Now I'm gonna share, select the share. Okay, here we go, right here. Share my entire screen. Select that. There we go. All right, so me and my wife, we just became real estate agents, digital real estate agents. Here is one of our site. That link to that site is below. So make sure you check that out. But when you go through this site, I want you to look at this video right here. Look at this video. Just go through the whole thing. Just the full presentation. Go through the full presentation. We got an event coming up in Raleigh, North Carolina. Me and my wife are going to be there, and we're going to get some footage and bring it back to the team. Look at what CNBC is saying about real estate on the blockchain. Ladies and gentlemen, this is incredible. And look at this research. I did a lot of research, so you can go. There's a lot of videos, information out there. You want to see what the big boys are talking about because they are doing some great stuff. And the company that we're with is eEstate. eEstate is thebomb.com. Yeah, they're doing it right. They're paying us right. I mean, shoot, I just got my first pay today, y'all. Okay. So I just started. I literally just started with this thing. And this is my second property that I'm buying. I already got 189 ETK tokens. That is their tokens. Now look, I had more. I can say I had about wheel. So I'm not gonna spend the wheel. It's a little fun thing that we could do. But this thing is absolutely wonderful. It is like, look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. So my first investment was $49.95. Yes, I bought my first property with that, y'all. 10% in. So the goal is get to $500. That's the first goal. They got all kinds of goals that you can reach. And this is like, they got my contracts. Excuse me, certificate. Sorry, yeah, I'm coughing, but I'm just getting over a cold. So this is gonna be super fun. It shows your assets that you have. Look, I just got paid, y'all. Look, 16 cents. 16 cents, y'all. That's amazing. The fact that I'm getting paid for this investment is pretty amazing. And look at all these investments look at all these projects that I can participate in, which I am. And everybody got to start off somewhere. So I started off small. Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now let's check this out, y'all. This is my first property. I started with $49. You can start with $10. If you don't have the $49, you can start with $10, and it's going to show you how much you're going to make. So 49. That's about how much I'm making. Well, actually, I started with a little bit less, but yeah. So it's a percentage, y'all. It's not gonna be like a guaranteed, but you're gonna get in between, okay? Because you gotta know everything fluctuate, okay? So, but my goal is to put 12 thousand in each of the properties that I do because I want to make $1,000 per month with my properties. That'd be $50 a day. 12,000. I'll turn that 12,000 to 12,600 in 10 months. So that's pretty amazing. Okay. So the property, and I want you to check this out, y'all. Check the property out. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that right there. This is real property, and it's tokenized. And you can earn a percentage. You can earn a percent of this property through tokens. That's the way real estate is going. It's not going anywhere because it makes, oh my God, it makes so much money, y'all. It's ridiculous. And this company, the way that they reward you is so outstanding. But I can show my clients this products right here, this property for the comfort of my home without even leaving my home, y'all. So this is the first property that I bought. Pretty nice, y'all. And you can actually look this property up. Matter of fact, we were here. We was here at one of these properties for one of my conventions for my fintech business. This is the exact same location we was at. So I know where this location is at. Matter of fact, we was where the yachts was at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. I was actually in this spot right here, y'all. I was actually in this spot. So this is pretty amazing that I get a chance to own a piece of this property. I've been here. Who knew I would have owned a piece of that property? Let me go back. Who would have known? Wow. It's amazing. Yep. So that's that property, y'all. So the property that we're going to be purchasing today is this one. This is the next property. So let's check it out. Let's look at it. It's pretty amazing. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Isn't this nice, y'all? You know, you got to keep your ears open and your eyes open for opportunity. My millionaire friends put this in my ear and they presented this information to me, and I said, man, bro, how high you want me to jump?